Welcome to The Snack, a lighter serving of Girls Gotta Eat.
This is a Dear Media production.
Enjoy.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back to work.
We're back.
I hate it.
Summer is over.
You know, summer technically isn't over. When's summer over? September 21st?
Everybody, Instagram decides the summer's over. Everybody posts their summer recaps.
I did. I still have one more summer post coming.
Okay.
It might come up the day of the maybe the day before.
I always forget, and then Labor Day, they hit. Everybody posts, they're like, summer's over.
Here's every year I'm like, I can't wait for other people to get back to work because I feel like people have been like fucking slacking that we need shit from. But I don't want you and I to go back to work. I'm sad about it. Fuck this.
Worked a lot. We took time off, but it felt like it flew by. Well, it felt like it was so hectic and crazy. I guess like I've toured, I did a million things, traveled too. Mm-hmm. You've been gone for weeks now.
Months.
I was like, be honest, you still live here. But no, it's back. I mean, it's Labor Day. Like, let's be serious. Like, what's September 15th? That's summer. No, it's not. Sorry.
I have chunks that I work in. My chunks are, I think you and I are done. Definitely Memorial Day through Labor Day, but we give ourselves like an extra 10 days. And then I will work until almost Thanksgiving. And the week of Thanksgiving is not a work week. I mean, you and I own a product company. We own Vibes Only, so we kind of have to work.
Yeah,
but like,
we do.
Mentally, I'm not working. Mentally, I'm checked out.
Raina, you're out of your mind. We've done holiday shows since we started this company.
That's just fun.
December is so hectic. We have cried and melted down in December most years. You're like forgetting that it's like so busy for us.
Mentally, I'm out to lunch. So like 10 days before Thanksgiving, I stop working and I will come back to work halfway through January.
This is not real.
Mentally, I will.
Why am I melting down in December every year? So I just want to kick it off with a pop culture update that last night we watched F1 and I have not.
That's a movie, right? Oh, you watched the actual F1.
The movie.
The cars go around.
The movie.
Movies. Why are you looking at me like that's crazy?
The huge movie with Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm not in the culture.
I loved it so much.
Great.
I don't think I've seen a movie this good in years.
Okay.
Like, did not want it to end 2.5 hours. I was like, I could go two and a half more. I loved it so much. And we talked about Brad Pitt a little bit last week. I don't think it was slander, you know, and I said he was a great actor, but he is so fun to watch. I haven't watched like a Brad Pitt blockbuster in a while, and he's great in it. The whole cast is amazing in it, like the other co-star. And I just loved it so much. And I'm a car girly-ish. My dad raced cars growing up. So some of it is that like nostalgia for me, and not that my dad raced F1, but you know, I just really loved that part of it. And I just have such an affinity for like cars and racing and that whole culture in general. And my fiance is a huge car guy and he loves F1, but the movie was so wonderful. I was just like riveted. I mean, people are loving it. And then I was like, I haven't seen an action movie that I've loved like this since Top Gun Maverick. And I looked it up and it's like most of the producers from Top Gun Maverick created this.
Oh, really?
And then I realized it's the same plot. It's the exact same plot. This old timer comes back. There's a new cocky guy. They're at odds. And, you know, spoiler alert, then they come together and they're on the same team. Someone almost dies.
And like, of course, a woman recognizes this. No man would ever recognize this.
I'm sure people have had this thought. It's so similar in the best way. Like, I feel like they were like, let's make Top Gun with race cars. And they went out there and did that, and they had amazing cast, and I loved it. Like, I loved it more than some other movies that have come out that I feel like people like really loved, like the girlies really loved. I'm not trying to call it by name. I'm not trying to be a pick-me about it.
One of my best friends hated It Ends With Us, and she was like, I think it's stupid. And I was like, you're the biggest pick-me I've ever met. And she was like, this is the most dog shit dumb movie. And I was like, I loved it. Ashley and I cried our eyes out. She was like, people were literally crying in the theater. And I was like, we were like gulping for air crying.
Yeah.
It's just, I actually don't hate on people hating on certain movies. I don't care.
Yeah. And it's just, this is one of my favorite types of movie. I'm not a Marvel person. We all know this, but like this type of action movie, like Top Gun Maverick, F1, like whatever you want to call it, that is my lane. Obsessed.
I like sports. I love a sports movie. I don't mind a car movie. I really liked Ferrari with Adam Driver.
Ford versus Ferrari?
No, different. Just Ferrari.
Okay. Well, then you got to see F1, Raina.
It's Adam Driver. They basically took Adam Driver's terrible Italian accent from House of Gucci, and it's the same character. It's just kind of like a grumpy Italian guy with a bad Italian accent, and I liked it.
Well, you got to see F1. Okay. You're going to love it.
I'll fuck around with it.
It's so
How old is this movie?
good. It's out in theaters now.
Oh, it's right now.
Yeah, we paid $20 to rent it at home.
Okay.
No big deal. We got that money.
There's like a lot of stuff coming out. And Ashley and I will do a fall TV movie music roundup. Soon.
Yeah,
Kinda
the
soon.
music is so good. You're going to love the soundtrack. Like, I would recommend you watch it tonight.
I like a car movie. I've always liked car movies.
Yeah, same, girl. Same.
All right, we're going to thank our partners. Now we're going to get into it. Thanks to Article, get $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more at article.com/GGE. And Built, get points by paying rent at joinbuilt.com/GGE.
And thank you to Addie. Learn more at addie.com. And Helix, get 27% off at helixsleep.com/GGE. Okay, so we are going to kick it off with a false alarm report. Raina, you didn't laugh hard enough in the text when I said false alarm report last night.
You fucked up last night.
Left me on red.
I've been funneling alcohol for 19
Okay,
days.
but false alarm report.
It was funny.
Thank you.
It was really funny.
Because of one specific headline, but you guys can take your guesses.
It was really funny. There's some hoaxes, some false alarms. It
Not
was
the
funny.
hoax report.
It's the hoax report.
Wait, should we? That's funnier. Dustin, put them both up.
Maybe you should call it the hoax report.
Maybe you guys can vote in the comments.
Even more Raina Sweater Ashley's friend. Don't tell us.
Okay.
Okay, because we're not sure some of this stuff is true, and some of it turned out to actually not be true. So first one, people are reporting, no major news outlets, but a lot of smaller ones, that Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble have broken up and that he has shaken her down for money.
You said this happens a lot. People speculate. So I guess they got in what appeared to be a big fight at the Cowboy Carter show, which a few months back, this past summer. And people just speculate this, different drama. Sources say, I mean, I'm going to assume there's like an ironclad prenup and NDA. Corey knows everything. Like, Corey knows where all the bodies are buried. Like, I can't imagine a world in which they break up.
I would want to read Corey Gamble's book more than I wanted to read Caitlyn Jenner's book. Like, he is part of like the current dynasty. Caitlyn Jenner, they learned to lock that shit down with Caitlyn, 12, 13, 14 years ago. Corey Gamble's book would break the internet. It would sell more tickets than the Eras Tour.
Yeah, I mean, and I was in the comments of this one TikTok about it, and some people have said the relationship's not real, and he's just like the family bodyguard, essentially. You know, people have different things to say. I don't think that. I think they're a real couple. Well, who's to say? Who really knows? But people have always had some suspicions, I guess, around the relationship in general. Of course, there's a huge age gap there, and like, what is their dynamic? And so this is the first I've seen like real rumors about it, and I'm sad.
I don't want them to break up. I love them as a couple.
No, I know. You're right. I guess I'm just like, whatever.
You want that
I love
book?
Other people's drama.
I'd love it. I want that book. What is that book worth? $1 billion.
But Raina, I don't think. I mean, he'd be probably breaking a lot of law. I mean, breaking a lot of laws. He's under NDAs. I would think. I mean,
But like, are NDAs enforceable if it actually
here we go.
is your true
Not the NDA conversation again. we have this twice a year.
I like to talk about non-competes and NDAs.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say like our NDA is enforceable if it is your true lived experience, but like it doesn't matter. That's the point of NDAs.
Right.
And like, does he have an NDA with Kim, with Courtney, with Scott? Can you tell a story about Scott?
Who's to say?
I would listen to stories about Scott.
Yeah.
Travis. So we don't know.
Mason.
I would listen to a story about any of those people.
What's her, North has been stepping out, and I wish she would step back in.
People are upset. Kim let her wear a corset out public. Isn't she like 15? She could wear what she wants. She's bigger than Kim. What's Kim going to do about it?
She could take Kim
She's a
down.
foot taller than Kim.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the next potential hoax was Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson. People are saying this was a PR relationship. We reported on it a couple weeks ago that they were a new couple. I don't care about this. Raina, some of the articles were like, people are upset. Who cared about this? Who cared about Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson in the first place? I thought this was a cool relationship. Yeah. I don't know who his ex is, but it's funny to me that people would be shocked and upset by this. I mean, basically they have a movie, Naked Gun, and people were saying it's a PR relationship because of that. I saw this thing that said, a source said they don't even need the publicity. Yeah, the movie does.
The movie does.
This isn't about Pamela. They're co-starring in a movie. But anyway, they're saying that they're together.
But in fact, sources say that they didn't even see each other from the time that the film stopped rolling in June 2024 until press launched in July 2025. I mean, I don't think this movie is like that big of a deal. I mean, I think it's the oldest trick in the book to like have these co-stars act as though they're dating. Austin Butler is parading around with Zoe Kravitz, acting as though they may be together. Their movie just came out. I just don't care about these two that much.
Yeah, I don't care. So we'll move on. Okay. Is Trump dead? Apparently not. People thought he was. His hands are dead. His hands are dying a slow death.
Do you remember when somebody photographed his ankle? It was like his ankle looks really big.
Yeah, I was like, why are his cankles in my feed? Okay,
so the last time he was seen, I guess, was Wednesday at an appearance, and then people were saying he was dead because he wasn't seen for 2 days. Imagine you are such a bad person that all you do is just stop terrorizing the American people for 24 hours, and people are like, he must have died.
But also, you're so out there that you aren't popping off and acting insane for a couple days, and people are like, where is he? If any other president kind of went under the radar for a few days, I mean, Joe Biden, I feel like we didn't see him for weeks, and he was probably also dead. No, I'm kidding.
George Bush was hanging out golfing. Bill Clinton was getting blowjobs from the staff. They weren't just hanging out tweeting.
Well, that's the thing. I think he golfs every day. He is he splits his time. Half the time he's on True Social. Half the time he's doing whatever he can do to run the country in the ground. The other third of the time he's golfing. So it's if he's not doing one of those things, when people thought he was dead for a couple days, was he not tweeting out? Because that would be the tell.
Just nothing crazy.
He could have been inside for a couple days, but he would still be tweeting. So I'm assuming he was dark on True Social.
I'm assuming he wasn't terrorizing journalists or bulldozing something at the White House or deploying the National Guard to different cities illegally. I'm assuming that that's what happened. Also, I mean, he does say that he's not that busy this time around. That's how he's able to do the ballroom, because the last time he was busier when he was the president. So people didn't see him for a few days, but apparently
he's alive.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next
a headline that means more to me than other people.
Yeah.
I'm pretty upset. You guys, so RIP, some listeners have sent me this and have been like, are you okay? This is not widely reported. This is from the Times of India.
They really break some stuff, though.
You've been reading that?
It comes up a lot when we're looking for articles for the snack.
It does?
Yeah, it looks legit, right?
Sure, probably.
Okay. I should know this.
Dave Bautista allegedly has a new girlfriend. She is 29. It is actress Maria Bakalova, and I hate her.
Yeah.
I don't know her. I don't know anything about her other than she's dating my man. She looks very beautiful.
Let's get her. Do your thing, internet. I'm kidding. Stand out. Where does she live?
What would people do?
I don't know.
Someone was like, "Oh my god, good news! He likes little blonde girls," and I'm like,
"Yeah, but it's not me.
He's not dating me.
Yeah, get out of here. Blocked.
I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure it'll just be a flash in the pan.
I hope
he's got a date,
hoax.
Rainey. You're dating. Dave knows you're dating. Dave saw your slutty summer. Yes, Dave's got a false alarm report in his own estate. Raina Greenberg's been dating.
Do you think
Raina Greenberg was spotted in the Hamptons?
Yeah, you think he's Google alerts set to me?
Yes.
I was photographed with some very good-looking guys this weekend in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
Both of which are
Dave saw
serious relationships with our friends.
Well, he didn't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope that he is upset and he talks to me about it.
Okay, that's our false alarm report. So there's still hope for Raina and Dave. Don't worry, you guys. Cardi B. Cardi B is on trial. It is the trial we didn't know we needed.
I care about it so much.
So I didn't know she had a trial upcoming. I just started seeing
I had no idea.
memes and some video in my feed about it. Evan Ross Katz did a great job of compiling some of the best moments.
So it's from 2018.
Right, 2018.
She was, I guess, pregnant at her OBGYN at the office and got into an altercation with somebody else. And the security guard tried to like intervene. And the security guard is saying that she inadvertently like assaulted the security guard. And this is for...
And it insulted her, like what, called her fat?
Assaulted her.
But also...
And insulted her, but you can't sue somebody for that.
But like, why are they bringing it up then? Well, you called her fat? Like, why
It's
is
all part of it. They're building a character
building
profile.
a case. Yeah, okay.
And so she's suing her for $24 million.
Marina, by the way, like that's when we started this podcast. Like, isn't that crazy to think how long this stuff takes?
Yeah.
Like 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago? Is this a hot take? Like, isn't there like a statute of limitations on this? Like, what has been going on for 7 years?
I actually don't know.
I don't understand
That does
this.
sound like, I mean, I guess you could like bring the case in 2018. I mean, stuff does take a while. Like even like the Justin Baldoni case wasn't going to be until March 2026, but like that's 1 year.
Yeah,
after
like
it
I'm thinking
happened.
like this was before COVID. Isn't everything before COVID null and void?
I would think.
That was before COVID, lady.
There's statute of limitations are different in every state and for different types of things. But
Anyway.
so this is going to court. It's in court, and she has been
And it's
dropping.
airing on Court TV.
It's some of the funniest court. Cardi B should always be in court.
Yes.
I don't wish that for anybody, but I wish it for me. So basically, she's being like cross-examined. Some great highlights of this. She said, "I'm pregnant, and this girl's about to beat my ass." Hello. So
she goes.
she's explaining her
She
state
goes,
of mind. at the time.
hello. And the prosecutor goes, hello. And she goes, hello. Like, she'll be saying stuff and he's not getting, like, it's like they don't mesh.
She
Obviously.
No, they don't mesh at all. And
Yeah.
she is not going to be talked to like this, okay? She was accused of spitting, and she said, if I spit, you would feel it, trust me. So she's saying, I did not spit, okay? The lawyer is using overly formal language, Cardi is claiming. So she said, can you say that in regular words? And then the prosecutor actually had the audacity to like comment on her hair because between different days, her hair has changed. It's been blonde and black. She has different wigs.
Yeah.
So I actually think this is a crazy thing to say, but the quote was, yesterday your hair was black, short hair. Today it's blonde and long. Which one is your real hair, or are they both real? So they're like cross-examining her to try to like build a case that she's just like fake. And she said, I changed my wig. You better pay attention.
She was just like, no, the one I saw, she was like, she literally like looked up. She's got this smirk that just kills me every time. And she was like, they're wigs.
Yesterday you had black hair, short hair. Today it's blonde and long. Which one is your real hair? Or are they both real?
They're wigs.
Okay.
But a couple other things are they said, did you call her fat? She said, no, I called her a bitch, which I love that one. And
But didn't she say like, but she is kind of fat too?
well, then they were like really pressing her on it. And she was like, I mean, she doesn't want to call her fat on the stand. And so she's trying to think of how to describe her. And she goes, I mean, she's like security heavy. You didn't see this one? And they were like, can you elaborate on that? And they were like she could protect a building. You couldn't see that one? I was like, the first round.
I thought I watched when she called her fat.
Okay. Well, security heavy.
Security heavy.
Okay. So the thing is this has brought me so much joy. Like I haven't felt this rush since Gwyneth was on trial. When Gwyneth was on her ski trial, the funniest part was the prosecuting attorney who was giving like high school mock trial, Elle Woods wannabe energy. That was like the funniest part. And Gwyneth was also very funny, but she was trying, you could not take that woman seriously, like who was asking her all the questions or whatever. So Cardi herself is like the main highlight. You know, like that Gwyneth trial was like so funny for a couple different reasons, but this is just all Cardi being herself. And it made me think, who else would you want to see in like petty trials?
There is no one more than her.
I think Cardi is the top. I would love to see Rihanna.
Do you think that she would like get down in the mud and be funny? I feel like she'd keep it too classy for me.
No. I think Rihanna's like snarky,
Okay.
can be bitchy. I'd like to see Bad Bunny.
Okay.
I'd like to see The Rock. I'd like to see any comedian. Like, do people not sue comedians because they know they're going to get cooked? Like,
The crowd work would be too embarrassing.
no, like, because Cardi is so funny. She's like naturally funny, but like a real comedian like on trial.
It would be absolutely insane.
And then I thought Martha, but then she's already been on trial.
Martha would
And that
be
was way more
incredible.
serious.
I like the idea of somebody who's so old that they just don't give a fuck anymore. Like stuff that Martha says. Anna Wintour would be funny on
Yes,
stage.
I love that idea.
Like just somebody older that's
Yeah.
just like, don't come at me. Like Cardi B's whole attitude about this whole thing was like, I was pregnant.
Yeah.
You try being pregnant and having somebody come at you. I'll do anything I want. If I
Yeah.
spit on her, if I shoved her, I was fucking pregnant. Don't come at me with this. And don't come with me with your big words.
And so she has an album coming out this month called Am I the Drama, which this is the best album promo I've ever seen.
Couldn't
Like,
have timed this
do you
better.
think they held the case until the album? This is so crazy. Am I the Drama? And by the way, Cardi, like her first album, her debut album in 2018, Invasion of Privacy, was a no skips. Like that was one of the best albums. They're really probably my top 10 albums of all time.
Wait,
actually.
what year did it come out?
2018.
Because I remember when you and I started the podcast, we would sing those songs
Yeah.
in your apartment
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah, like it's just, I mean, Bodak Yellow, but then I Like It, and just such an amazing album. So I'm so excited for this album and this promo.
When does it drop?
Couldn't be better. I think it's mid-September.
Oh my God, we're getting that and Taylor.
Yeah.
We're so lucky this fall.
Okay, well, we are just going to take a break and then we will get back into it.
Okay, guys, you know I am absolutely obsessed with interior design, and the colder months are going to be upon us. So, really great time to start working on the interior rooms of your house. So, maybe you've been thinking about a new bed frame or a new couch for the living room, and Article is like the absolute best place to shop for this. So, Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price. So, they have tons of different styles when you go on their site. They have mid-century modern, coastal, Scandi-inspired pieces. I mostly do coastal type of stuff, some boho because I live at the beach. But they have so many pieces that shine on their own or can be incorporated into a whole room. And if you go to the Article website, you'll see how people have beautifully curated all the different pieces together. You can go to their Instagram as well, and they just feature so much. If you feel like, you know, I'm not great at styling a room, they're going to help you. The quality is unbelievable. I have tons of stuff from them. Ashley and I have gotten accessories for the home as well too, but I love the headboards in my bedroom, and it's just so high quality. And then when you get it, the packaging is meticulous, the weight and feel of the products, the affordable shipping and assembly and delivery, all of it was such an amazing experience. I absolutely love dealing with their team, and they have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So with Article's 30-day satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that if you're not completely in love with your new furniture, you can easily return it. But why would you? I never have. I think their stuff is super beautiful, sturdy, secure, smooth, beautiful. It's gonna make your home look great. And we have an offer for you guys. Article is offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. To claim, visit article.com/GGE, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout. And Ashley, Addie, our little pink pill sponsor, is becoming a whole vibe of its own.
I know, right? I have been hearing about it and seeing it everywhere.
I just saw that Gwyneth was talking about Addie.
Ooh.
I heard some celebrities like Jenny Garth say Addie has helped them.
I love knowing that low libido is becoming less faux pas to discuss, and women can talk about what's really helping them. And for many of them, that's Addie. So a quick reminder for our listeners, Addie is the little pink pill clinically proven to boost frustrating low libido in certain premenopausal women. In fact, clinical trials reported women having more satisfying sex each month.
Hell yes. And the Addie vibe is a sexy vibe.
So sexy. Addie, clinically proven to boost libido. Ask your doctor if Addie is right for you, or go to addyi.com to find a provider.
Addie, or flibanserin, is for premenopausal women with acquired generalized hypoactive sexual desire disorder, HSDD, who have not had problems with low sexual desire in the past, who have low sexual desire no matter the type of sexual activity, the situation, or the sexual partner. The low sexual desire is troubling to them and is not due to a medical or mental health problem, problems in the relationship, or medicine or other drug use. Addie is not for use in men or to enhance sexual performance. Your risk of severe low blood pressure and fainting is increased if you drink 1 to 2 standard alcoholic drinks close in time to your Addie dose. Wait at least 2 hours after drinking before taking Addie at bedtime. Your risk of severe low blood pressure and fainting is also increased if you take certain prescriptions, over-the-counter or herbal medications, or have liver problems. Low blood pressure and fainting can happen when you take Addie, even if you don't drink alcohol or take other medicines. Do not take if you are allergic to any of the ingredients in Addie. Allergic reactions may include hives, itching, or trouble breathing. Sleepiness, sometimes serious, can occur. Common side effects include dizziness, nausea, tiredness, difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, and dry mouth. See full PI and medication guide, including boxed warning, at addie.com/PI or call 844-PINK-PILL. Addie.
Go to addyi.com to find a provider.
Okay, and we're going to take a little break from Taylor Swift, but this isn't really about Taylor Swift, it's about Ed Kelce. So basically what had happened was Taylor and Travis get engaged, and almost immediately, Ed Kelce, Travis's dad, is giving statements to the press about when this happened, where this happened, how this happened, the thought process before this. Like, we got a window into the two most famous people on planet Earth like I never expected in my life.
Yeah. So he gave an interview with a local news station out of Cleveland.
Just what he's just walking down the street?
Just called him? Like, what was he doing there? So News 5 out of Cleveland just spoke to Ed Kelce, and his quote that was all over the internet said, Travis actually did the proposal, maybe 2 weeks, not quite 2 weeks ago. He was going to put it off till this week. I think she was getting maybe a little antsy, but he was going to put her off till this week to, make some grand thing, to make it a big special event. And I told him repeatedly, you could do it on the side of the road. Do it any place that makes it a special event when you get down on one knee and ask her to marry you. So people... he got her out there. They were about to go out to dinner, and he said, let's go out and have a glass of wine. They got out there, and that's when he asked her, and it was beautiful. They started FaceTiming me and their mother and her folks to make sure everybody knew I was at an Eagles practice, yada, yada. Well, I mean, like, I was reading this, and I know some people think this is really cute. I am firmly in the Ed stop talking camp.
Who thinks this is cute?
People were like, oh, this is so cute. Like, if my future father-in-law was talking about my engagement, Ashley was getting a little antsy. And, I told him you could do it on the side of the road, and he's putting it off. Like, the language was all over the place. And again, I'm not like a celebrity, but I would just be like, this is not your place.
No, it's crazy. And we're not supposed to know this about celebrities. We're supposed to think that they're not like us. And I know that they are so famous because people think that they are like them. You can see the two of them just walking down the street in New York City, going out to dinner. That is why they're so famous. But like, I don't want to know this. And you have never in history seen this happen. And I understand that like tons of celebrities come from small towns with parents that don't understand the media and PR and things like that. But you have never seen a celebrity's parent come out and make statements like this. I mean, it is so wholesome. You're like, how did this happen?
Yeah. I mean, the comments on this were like, they didn't like that he said she was getting antsy. And we all know that doesn't mean she was like, Travis, when are you going to propose to me? Like, whatever.
That is what he made it sound like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not his place to speak on this. What is going on in Cleveland? Why are they called? Like, they just were like, we should call Ed. We'll see if he picks up. Like, how did this happen? Like, a lot of people in the comments were just like, why would you bait this man too? He's not media trained. And so why ask him for a statement on the most famous people? I guess, yes, exactly.
Best thing in the world.
That's true. People were saying Ed is Tree Payne's worst nightmare.
Yes.
Who is their publicist? Is she both of their publicists? Taylor
I don't
Swift?
know if she's both their publicists, but I've seen like lots of like funny like meme reenactments of like the publicist calling him to be like, hey, so I put you on speed dial for a reason. I put my number in your phone and you should call me before you talk to anybody. Like,
yeah.
Even if Travis Kelce is extremely famous in his own right, he's a 3-time Super Bowl winner. Even if he was not engaged to anybody, just a random person, Ed Kelce should be media trained enough to know to not speak to the press. Well, Ed should be like
crazy. That's their story to tell.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like if anybody got engaged, I mean, if we were famous enough to be at the level where people are asking other people about statements on our engagement, like our family should be like, you got to ask them. When they want to speak about it, they will. Like, it's just crazy to start rambling. Like, if Cleveland News 5 came up in my dad's face, I feel like he'd be like, what? This is not my place.
I would sit at home with my dad and make him repeat over and over to me, no comment, until I believed him that he had learned those 2 words.
I know.
How hard is it? No comment. I don't have anything to say about this.
Yeah, it's such a dad thing, though. And it's, it all obviously comes from a good place, and he just got caught up in the moment. And I was thinking about like other celebrities, and there was like kind of darker stuff with like people's parents, like obviously like
tell-alls.
Britney's, and things like that. Well, Beyonce's mom just wrote a book. She just did a whole book tour, and Beyonce was on it with her. But yeah. I'm sure Beyonce was like, I need to see the final manuscript.
Yeah, she co-signed it. Like Bethany Frankel's mom has come out and said terrible things about her.
Right. And recently Beyonce's mom was on an interview, this is like a couple weeks ago, saying that Beyonce tells her like, Mom, you can't post that much. You gotta stop posting so much.
That's like,
and I think it's like funny.
Yeah.
But I talked to my mom one time because she was telling me some stuff she was telling her hairdresser about us. And I was like, Mom, just don't. they don't need to know that, like I know you get caught up in the moment. I forget what it even was. There was something where I was like, that's like internal information. That wasn't on the podcast. That was something I told you about our lives and you do not get to tell your hairdresser. And we kind of got into it. Like we still are people in the world. Like you can't be out here. Raina, I don't think I could handle being like famous. Like just having to think about what all the people in my life could be out there just saying.
I mean,
to their nail lady or whoever.
I think about it all the time. Every time I'm at lunch and somebody who's been sitting very close to us walks up to me and is like, I'm a fan and we love when you guys come up and say hi. But I'm like, oh my God, what did they hear me say? Like for my family to just be telling people stuff.
Well, someone just messaged me and was like, I saw you at breakfast this past weekend and she didn't say hi, which I think she should have. We love when people come up to us and say hi, but we were in like a hotel breakfast. There were 6 people in there, like perfect opportunity. Come up, say hello, have a chat. Happens all the time. And
I love it.
It's just like, what was I saying though? Because I was going off about something and it was about someone else in the restaurant, this like rude lady.
I'm always talking shit in public and I'm always terrified.
Yeah.
But I told you yesterday, my dad would fart in the middle of the interview. There's no chance he wouldn't. The stuff that my father would say would be insane. And he's just cute. He doesn't know. He doesn't think about this. He's not in the TMZ world.
Also, like, I just see a world in which a dad is like, she was getting antsy. And it's like, no, I wasn't. Like, you're of like a different time where every woman is antsy to get engaged.
True.
Like, yeah, I feel like they just be saying stuff. Like,
Right.
This isn't even the truth.
No, it's so true. Just don't boil down my emotions to that.
Yeah.
I think Taylor's just pretty busy. I don't think she's that antsy.
I just didn't like the language. Like he held off. Just
You're
whatever.
right. It's generational language.
Yeah, yes.
Because it's not the truth.
Okay, so we just thought it was interesting. And honestly, NDAs for everyone. Made my mom sign one. Just kidding.
My whole family, your family, everybody's family.
Okay, so let's talk about Love is Blind UK season 2. And I feel like I haven't heard too much about this. I mean, it obviously came out in the summer and people are just doing stuff, but it feels like people aren't watching this as much, but I could be wrong. I am loving it. It's over now. The reunion happened, but I love it. I loved it.
So spoilers ahead, I guess.
Yeah,
We're going to
spoilers
talk about
ahead.
it a little bit. So if you haven't watched it yet, you and I were obsessed with season 1 of the UK. We loved season 2. I love these people. I really rooted for all these couples. There was nobody that I felt like was so terrible and toxic. And 4 of them made it to the altars. And I was surprised by how many said yes.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 couples said yes. And 1 couple said, we're not ready, but we want to stay together. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And then come to find out at the reunion, everybody broke up except for our favorite couple, Meg and Kieran. Kieran discovered mascara.
Meg made him over so no woman would ever want him. And I respect that. Raina, I cannot believe it. They're talking about she gave him this wife makeover to look
like Harry Styles.
Like Benson Boone meets Vanilla Ice. What is this? She was like, you're going to have bangs now. You're going to have highlighted bangs.
Frosted tip bangs.
Brush it forward.
He had mascara and lip gloss on. Not her lip gloss, his own.
Little earrings. He had so many rings.
He had a tucked in silk blazer.
No, we'll put it up on the screen. Like, and when you see the full look head to toe, because we saw him sitting, but like the full look head to toe is shocking.
It is. So it was so shocking that as I was watching the preview for the reunion, they show each person walking in and I was like, oh, he didn't show up. Like I had to slow down the video to even realize what I was looking at because he looks like, I didn't think we were going to talk about this and I feel bad because I love them so much.
Yeah, he follows you.
He follows me now. I'm such a fan of like their love. They're like the best couple.
I love them.
It's just, I mean, it is a shocking makeover. When you see him in the pods and in that show, he's like a gamer. He's just a bro.
He's hot.
Gorgeous.
He literally, I've never seen someone go from a 9 to a 3.
I couldn't believe
Raina, he looks like her gay best friend.
I was like, I'm reeling it. I'm not going to talk. That was the most shocking was his green silk tucked in blazer with his mascara and his frosted tips. And people were like, wifey makeover. That's a gay bestie makeover
It's
if I ever saw
fucking
one.
power move if I've ever seen one.
So they were interviewing the rest of the cast, and I don't know if it was like People Magazine in the UK or something, but I was watching this interview. They asked all the women cast members, like, who's the person you're the most attracted to on the show? And Sarova said, it's still Cal. And Ashley said, I was really Kieran before Meg gave him this
It is so shocking. But you know, my very first thought was Taylor and Garrett.
That's everybody's first thought.
Yeah, like
'cause
looking like
Garrett-
they were in the Hunger Games. But Garrett still looked kind of like Garrett. Remember, she made him grow his hair out. His hair looked better long, and the outfit
facial
was
hair.
crazy. This hair, Rain, what is this hairstyle? I haven't seen someone over the age of 7 have hair like that, where it's brushed forward. Like, I make my fiance do that joking. You know, like I'll brush his
Right.
hair forward to give him like a little bowl cut when he gets out of the shower so we can make fun of it.
I have more of an issue with the silk blouse and the makeup. He had so much makeup. He had highlighter on.
He takes the clothes off, and that's one thing. The hair is my
It's
Roman
the-
empire.
The makeup, I was staring at his face like, you know, I love those videos that like doctors guess like what people had done on their face. I was like, what has happened here?
He's a different
so
person.
pretty.
Yeah, so pretty. Yes.
But they're the only couple that made it. All the stories were honestly a little foggy between all 3 couples that broke up. I mean, Ashley and Sarova got broken up with both the day after New Year's. So New Year's Day, kind of similar scripts. They kind of floated the idea that both these guys got together and wrote these scripts together. Both those guys did not like that shit. But I was like, clearly you guys talked.
Well, they admitted they're like best friends now. So Cal may be a sociopath. He seemed like he had really like no emotion surrounding this. Billy was really villainized, and I liked Ashley the whole time. I was rooting for her the whole show. But at the reunion, I was like, she's really trying to have like her bad bitch moment. And I am not saying I'm in support of him over her, because we really don't know what happened. But like, ultimately, he shouldn't have said yes to her. He had doubts, and I agree with her that you shouldn't have even said yes. But I have to always say, like, you guys, this is a ridiculous show. These people broke up after being together for 3 months, which is what happens to so many people. Like, you signed up for a show where you're supposed to get married after 6 weeks, and in that 6 weeks, you're filming a TV show. This is the most totally unrealistic thing. It works sometimes, but it's interesting to me to really villainize somebody for a relationship not working when it's like a crazy, unrealistic start to a relationship in the first place.
I totally agree with you. I actually found myself not totally siding with Billy, but like he stuck up for himself in a way that I respected. And he was like, this was horrible for me.
Yes.
I gave you warning shots.
Yeah.
This just didn't work out. I totally agree with you. The 3-month mark is the end for a lot of couples. That's just when life starts to kind of get real. He was like, I discussed this with you. This should not have been a shock to you. Whereas Cal refused to engage with her at all. He was just like, it is what it is. I stopped feeling how I felt, and that was that.
The underlying message felt like I don't want to be committed to anybody in a relationship, and truly gave her like no sign. But to me, these guys, it sounds like they got together and were like, I don't know what to do. This is not my person. But it's like, you know, this is the risk of going on the show, is that you're supposed to get married after 6 weeks. It's not realistic. Like, it happens sometimes, and when it does, it's super rare and it's like coincidental. Even if you meet someone, like, isn't that just crazy? Like, that these people are up here like carrying torches for someone that married them without really knowing them. And I think sometimes it's deserved and sometimes it's not. And the thing that I thought that was the craziest was like Javen came out looking okay. And that guy was a fucking fuckboy from day one. Like, right out of the gate on that show, he was like, I have no problem dating multiple people at the same time. He felt like so dishonest. He felt so shady. And like, he came out looking like okay because there was no curtain on that fucking photo booth.
Also, she corroborated the story,
Yeah.
and saying like we were just having an argument.
Yeah. Sophie did. Yeah,
She did like backed him up. I loved Meg, and I envy this trait where she basically was like, I am not. Basically, Meg told on him essentially to his partner, and then she left him, which I liked. But Meg was like,
100%.
She was like, I'm not backing down from this. I'm not taking the maybe I was drinking route and I misinterpreted it. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten involved. She was like, I saw this thing. I told her what I saw, and I'm going to see myself out of here now. And I'm not going to apologize to you. I'm not going to act like I shouldn't have gotten involved. I told a person who I am friends with what I witnessed.
Yeah.
And I respected that, because sometimes I will be like, oh no, maybe I shouldn't have inserted myself into something. And she was just like, you're not going to discuss this with me. I'm just giving you facts and I'm seeing myself out.
Yeah, I loved her always.
Me too.
Again, the makeover was weird. She showed up looking like Tinkerbell. Like, what was this? Like, they just looked a mess to me. You know, if that's your style, that's fine. But like, I really did love her. And it just, Javen he's so obvious who he is. Like, it made me mad that he went on that show.
It's so fascinating to me, Katisha. I mean, Katisha was down to 2 men. Demola, who was intentional and forthright and
loves his grandma.
Just told her exactly how he felt, right? And she picked the guy who was withholding and not that upfront about how he felt with her. He had this like smirk at all times.
Yeah.
The whole time I just felt like he's just not that into her. He will sleep with her and he enjoys her company, but like not that into her. And like, how many women have been faced with like somebody who's really interested in them and they're like, ew, no.
Yeah.
And they pick the less secure option.
But she had picked Demola. And then when she told Javen, he came out full force.
Was it?
Yes. He was like, no, actually, I wrote all this stuff down. She tried to break up with him. And then like so many guys, he was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, you're not going to reject me. I'm going to reel you back in. She actually did make the right choice the first time around.
Definitely.
And then when she told him that, he like did the thing. He couldn't just let her go. He was like, no, I'm going to win the show. And that's what I found so sick. I knew it. The second he was like, well, actually, you know, I'm not going to leave the pod just yet. If you don't mind, if I could just read you some things from my journal. And then she was like, oh, I've changed my mind. Hated it.
I hated watching it. I think so many women like fall into this trap. It's like, that's the guy that you want because he's a little avoidant. He finally gives you something and you're like, I'll take him.
Yes, exactly. 100%. Yes. But it doesn't, it actually, at least her and Demola don't appear to have been a fit. They did meet up and there weren't sparks, and you know, he's just the sweetheart of the show now and he'll be fine. And so I just want the best for him. I just think he's such a sweetie. Okay. So, we love the show. If you guys you can binge it if you haven't watched it yet. And, I did do my doppelgangers.
Okay.
So I don't know what it was about the show. Everyone looked like someone to me, and it took me a long time to figure these all out.
Okay. I'm very excited about this one because I only had one that I was like dead on.
One might rock your world. It took me so long to figure it out, Raina, but when I did, I was just like a light bulb moment. I was like cheering for myself. Okay. Ashley, Blake Lively with a little bit of Alicia Silverstone. And I cross-referenced the internet, and the internet does think Blake Lively.
I watched Clueless last night as I was going to sleep.
Okay.
And I'm Alicia Silverstone. For this one.
Okay. Alicia Silverstone. Okay. Billy's got some Hugh Grant.
Okay.
A little bit of Paul Mescal.
Oh my God, yes, these like British guys.
Yeah, he's Hugh Grant. He has the downturn smile, like
Paul
mouth.
Mescal with like the protruding forehead though. A little bit.
He's Paul Mescal, Hugh Grant. If they were Irish military men, okay. Javen, you might have to Google this one, but it is spot on. He is a young Mr. T.
I will just take your word for it.
Do you know Mr. T?
I know Mr. T, but I don't know about young Mr. T.
Well, just Google young Mr. T.
Dead on.
Okay.
100%. Okay, great job with that.
Okay. Cal, it looks AI generated. Cal is not a human at all. He doesn't look human to me. It's weird to his body. The first time he like was in swim trunks, I was like, that's not a human body. His eyes, everything feels like he's like made from AI.
He doesn't look like anybody, and the whole time I was just trying to understand what's going on with his hair.
Yeah.
That like blunt bangs cut.
Well,
was,
a little
like,
longer,
so
and it's
weird.
Kieran's makeover. Guy should not have bangs. Okay. Sorover, Raina, it took me so long to figure this out. You might not, I'm telling you, you just got to stay with me on this one. It's Allison Brie. I'm telling you. I knew you weren't going to see it.
We see faces differently. I don't know. Listen, I'm proud of you. You done.
I was like, it's something about it. She's Allison Brie.
She's those big eyes and a thin
There's
face.
just, you guys just rewatch. Okay.
I think
I knew you were going to feel me on it.
It's a leap.
It is.
people think you look like Allison Brie.
But that's I'll take her over.
I think she's one of the most beautiful people
She's
I've
so
ever
beautiful.
seen on television. I mean,
Yeah.
and the reunion somehow got even more beautiful.
Stunning.
It's
She's a Disney princess.
I could stare at her forever.
Yeah. Okay, Jed, Andy Samberg.
100%. Dead on. That is so accurate.
Okay. Barda. So the whole time I was like, she just looks like someone you know. She
Me.
looks like a hairdresser in your hometown.
She does look like hometown hairdresser.
But then when she glowed up, she looked like Madison LaCroix, also a hairdresser.
so good.
Doesn't Barda, she's just like that
100%.
sassy hairdresser in your
100%.
hometown.
Can I ask
You think she looks like you?
100%. Well, because I thought she's a short blonde girl. I thought you were going to she looks like you. Okay, so I have to
Oh, wait,
ask
I'm not
you-
done.
Okay, but I have to ask you a question about her.
About Barda.
Barda.
Okay.
I'm not trying to say this to be mean because I am a short girly. Is she shorter than me? Like in photos with the cast,
She looks really
like a
small.
foot smaller. And I mean, I am almost a foot smaller than you, but she
looks so
shockingly
small.
little.
Okay, Megan, this took me a while, but it's Keira Knightley.
Oh, that's not who I had for
Who would
her.
you have had?
The actress in Molly's Game.
But see, I don't just go hair. Like, I think it's easy to look at a redhead and just be like, she looks like another redhead.
That's why you're really good at this.
The face is Keira Knightley.
She looks like Jessica Chastain to me. Like
Jessica Chastain. Okay, I think
exactly like Jessica
yeah, I think you're
Chastain.
going off the hair. Well, you guys let us know. I think her face is Keira Knightley. Okay. Kieran, before the makeover and a little bit after. You're not ready for this one. You got to take a minute and really take it in.
I'm closing my eyes.
Kieran is Todd Chrisley. Tell me he's not. That's who he looks like. You will not tell me otherwise.
Post.
Both. That's who he looks like. Yes, he 100% does. Right? When these come to me, like I feel so proud.
His makeover looks like Todd Chrisley's voice. For sure. Even Todd Chrisley wouldn't wear that much mascara and lip gloss. Kieran, I'm so sorry. I know you follow me and I love you.
Okay.
I love you. I think you're such a wonderful man, but it's a lot of mascara.
Okay. Listen, I know that some of you guys listening are not going to think that these are my best. And that's okay. But I think you really got to dig deep and you really got to see this Sorover Allison Brie connect and Todd Chrisley.
Allison Brie?
There's something about it. This also just could be a thing with me. I think it's the way they talk. I don't know how to describe it. She's a little Kourtney Kardashian-esque too.
She looks like a Kardashian.
She does. But those are mine. And please let me know in the comments what you guys think. Be nice, of course, because I put a lot of time into this. But I really want to know what you guys think of these. And if you think there's other people too, I'm curious.
I'm dying to know who everybody thinks the people look like.
Okay, we are just going to talk about our remaining partners, and then we have some fun headlines for you guys. I am going to tell you about Helix. Oh my gosh. Again, Rain and I have been traveling like crazy. I mean, how good does it feel to get back to your mattress?
It's the number one thing I missed about LA.
It truly is. I mean, we are all over the place. We sleep in nice hotel beds. We sleep in nice places. Not always. Sometimes you're just, in a random mattress in a beach rental that feels like a trampoline. But most of the time we sleep in nice beds, and it does not matter because nothing compares to our Helix mattresses, and we cannot wait to get home. I had the best sleep of my life last night. Just went to sleep, didn't wake up till the morning. Like just sleeping so hard. And we are just obsessed. We both have Helix mattresses in our bedrooms and our guest bedrooms. I make sure all the members of my family have them. So whenever I visit, I get to sleep on one. I have the Midnight Luxe. I have a Moonlight Luxe in my guest bedroom. I had a Moonlight Luxe when I lived in New York as well. Raina has a Midnight, I believe, a good friend of mine. She has the Dusk Luxe. We really like the Midnight, Moonlight, and the Dusk. But of course, whatever you guys choose, they're going to find the best mattress for you. You're just going to go on their website, take a little quiz, because we all sleep differently on our back, our stomach, our sides, or we move around. Some people sleep hot, and they're going to tell you which is going to be the best mattress to address all of those things. They have standard mattresses, they have the Luxe mattresses, and they have their Elite. And again, it's not too overwhelming. There's not like a million mattresses to choose from. There's just a really perfect selection that they're going to tell you which one is for you, and it's really going to change your life. This is like one of the best things, truly, that one of our favorite partners and one of the best brands that we feel like contributes to our overall health and well-being. So you guys can check it out. Go to helixsleep.com/GGE for 27% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/GGE for 27% off site-wide. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know that we sent you. helixsleep.com/GGE.
Okay, and by now you've probably heard of Built, where you can earn points on your monthly rent. But did you know they make it possible for you to get even more outside of your home? So if you're paying rent every month without earning anything on it in return, Ashley and I are going to put you onto Built. You're going to get rewards programs designed for renters who want to earn something for their largest monthly expense. So let us explain. By paying rent through Built, you earn flexible points that can be redeemed towards hundreds of hotels and airlines, a future rental payment, or your next Lyft ride, and more. But it doesn't stop there. Built is about making your entire neighborhood more rewarding. You can dine out at your favorite local restaurants and earn additional points, get VIP treatment at certain fitness studios, and enjoy exclusive experiences just for Built members. Every month, Built is turning a monthly expense into an opportunity to earn rewards and discover the best that your neighborhood has to offer. Your rent is finally working for you. Earn points on rent and around your neighborhood wherever you call home by going to joinbuilt.com/GGE. That's JOINBILT.com/GGE, and make sure to use our URL so that they know that we sent you.
Okay, just a few quick headlines. We will send you guys on your way. Sweeney and Scooter Braun, romance speculation. Nothing much else to say. This could or could not be true. They've been spotted together a couple times. It makes sense to me.
Mostly in Venice. So they only canoodle in Venice. So they were initially spotted at the Bezos wedding and then the Venice Film Festival this week. But they've been photographed with like a ton of other people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's one of the most famous people in entertainment. It would make sense that he would be like in the mix with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. He's famously liberal, and she doesn't appear to be. Well, who's to say, you know?
She's a registered Republican. So she is
so
not
true.
liberal.
That's true. Yeah. Who's to say? Actually, we have
the internet,
have the records. Okay. And Miley Cyrus says she's done dating hot dudes and she has a boyfriend. So sorry to him. No, there's a little more to it than that. But
Can you read me the quote?
So all the Cyrus women, Tish, Brandy, Miley, and Noah are on the cover of The Cut this month. And so some of these quotes came out. And Miley Cyrus said, "Moms always wanted me to stay with the wrong guy because they're hot," who obviously she was previously married to Liam Hemsworth, and she's dated all these hot dudes. And she is with someone new now. And it's just funny that this quote is splashed all over pictures of the two of them. That she's like, I'm not going to date hot guys anymore. And she's with this guy. But you think he's hot.
I think he's a good looking man. He's a bad looking man. I mean, it's a crazy statement to make regardless. You could be dating the ugliest person on planet Earth. It's insane to be like, I'm done dating attractive people. He looks like Gen Z's ideal man. He's kind of thin. He looks like Mick Jagger to me.
He looks like Mick Jagger.
He has like gorgeous bone structure and a great mouth. I mean, he's thin and little for me. I like Dave Bautista. You guys know. Yes. But like, he's not traditionally unattractive.
Max Morando is his name. It is a crazy statement to make. Like, I would die if I was with somebody and they were like, I've typically dated hot people. I'm going to try something different. I would lose it. Also, but like, what is Tish doing? She's telling you to stay with someone because they're hot. That's like the most juvenile thing I've ever heard. Like, if rich is one thing or status is one thing, like you got to be a power couple and stay with this person. But like, just because they're hot, how old are you, Tish?
Well, maybe Tish is like, you are a rich man, Miley. You are rich with status. So be with somebody hot.
It's the worst advice. Okay.
JordOn Hudson files to trademark the words gold digger.
JordOn, Bill Belichick's young girlfriend.
So once again, just one of the smartest people in America. I mean, I love her. What an icon. People are going to call her gold digger. She's like, I'm going to put it on merch. So she has filed to trademark amongst other words as well. Gold digger, and she wants to put it on merch. And
merch? It's not like perfume or something?
Perfume, merch, all kinds. Keychains.
She's going to make a brand.
So, I mean, this is the most boss move ever. You're going to call me this, then every time you call me that, then you have to pay me.
Yeah, can she do this? I mean,
So it is being
she have
reviewed
to go to
in
Jamie
a court of law.
Foxx. Okay.
It's being reviewed in a court of law.
Okay, but
Probably not.
I found this interesting. In addition to the gold digger filing, TCE Rights Management also moved to trademark several more terms pertaining to Belichick's new coaching venture, including Chapel Bill, he's at Chapel Hill, Bill's version, No Days Off, Bill's version, and Bellicast, all of which were filed in April. The filing for Bill's version may allude to his public feud with Patriots owner Robert Kraft, which whom he has publicly sparred since exiting the team in January 2024. Bill's version is gagging me.
I mean, I think it should be like I thought it was a feud with Taylor Swift. Taylor's version.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a nod to Taylor's what do we do? I don't get it.
Wait, read me the one that was a couple back.
Chapel Bill, No Days Off, and Bellicast.
So No Days Off and Gold Digger. I mean, I would
How do
assume
you-
these are just. I mean, these are just phrases people say. You can't own a
trademark
phrase.
girls. Girls gotta eat. Gold digger.
And like you had to be one of the original gold diggers. Like Anna Nicole Smith could have trademarked gold digger. Like JordOn is not an infamous gold digger.
Yeah. Regardless, it just doesn't seem like something you could trademark.
So next up, American Vogue has named the next head of editorial content. Her name is Chloe Mal, but she is essentially the editor-in-chief. There is no longer the position of editor-in-chief. That was what Anna Wintour was famously, obviously, for many years. Chloe has been at the magazine most of her career, almost like 14 years.
Okay.
She is the head of Vogue after Anna Wintour stepped down for many, many decades.
Okay.
So she's the next Anna Wintour.
I love this shakeup amidst Devil Wears Prada 2 filming. You know?
I love it. I love to see it. I can't wait for the movie.
Okay, so Jessica Simpson flew coach with her ex.
It's crazy.
Jessica Simpson. She's a multi-millionaire.
I thought she was like
'Cause
a billionaire, actually, if
the
not
shoes,
like 100 millionaire because of her clothing line.
So I guess she flew to Vegas on Southwest.
To see Ashley Simpson, her sister, in concert. And
Yeah.
people are saying that her and Eric Johnson have potentially rekindled their romance because they were photographed at this concert together. But what is more shocking is they were photographed in economy on a Southwest flight together.
Which, if you want to fly, however, be one of the people, like that's one thing, but it's like they're also supposed to be separated. So it's like there's going to be so much rumors swirling. They're just in with everybody in the pit.
I don't understand it. I mean, if you want to just like plant a story, I still think there's better ways to do it than flying coach.
Well, it's really interesting because I mean, I like that anybody, rich, famous, celebrity, would fly commercial, you know, and not have to. Not everybody can afford a private jet, for one, and you know they're not great for the environment and all of that.
Sure.
And so you're like, we want to get there, we're going to go, and I respect that. But it's just like, it's got to cause like
frenzy.
Yeah, you know.
Also, I think they live in Los Angeles. This was in Las Vegas. You could have driven there.
Yeah.
Why
Gotten
are
a
they?
Driver?
Was this this was an emergency? I can't even imagine an emergency.
I
They could
don't
charter a
understand.
flight. They could drive.
Yes, right. Like she's not some like fallen from grace, no money celebrity.
No.
She is like really, when we both read her book, like the shoes and the clothes. I mean, she's got a lot of money.
And also, like, there's a bazillion flights a day from LA to Las Vegas. Like, how much of an emergency was this? They weren't even in Comfort Plus. They were in economy.
Well, I think Southwest is all just one, you know.
Okay.
Southwest is all one class.
If I saw Jessica Simpson sitting in row 11,
I would be like, I would do a double take. Okay, well, that's your snack, guys. We're happy to be back, ready for fall. And you can find us at girlsgottaeat.com, Girls Gotta Eat Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. I am Ash Hess. Raina is Raina.Greenberg. Subscribe on YouTube. Share this episode with a friend. Leave a comment if you're liking the show. And we will see you Monday.
Have a great weekend, guys.
Bye.